You know, it's amazing if you think about it. I've traveled all the way from Canada to Israel, and I'm here in northern Israel, very close to the Lebanon border, and I'm actually trout fishing. And these are the type of streams that we're talking about. It's all the headwaters to the Dan and Jordan River. And the waters stay cold all summer long, because you know Israel has a very desert-like climate because it's the Middle East. But they also have the most springs and the largest springs in the Middle East. So to fish these streams, they're very grown in. You can actually see behind me, these are big fig trees, which I'm not used to, you know, and very tight, because hardly anybody fishes here, so there's no beaten trail. But if you fish enough of the pools, you locate the rainbows. Now the gear that I've chosen for this trip is 4-piece spinning and fly rod outfits. And what I'm holding up here is probably one of the best lures to use when you're fishing for rainbows anywhere in the world, but especially here in Israel. And it's a small weighted spinner. And this spinner is kind of cute. It's part of the Blue Fox series, and you can see that the spinner body looks like a grasshopper, and it's even green. I'll tell you what, this spinner has produced a lot of rainbows for me. Now I've got that spinner on a short 5-foot-long spinning rod that's filled with 6-pound test clear line. But the nice thing about this rod is that it's 4-piece. So let me just show you here. There's the first piece, second piece, third piece, fourth piece. Very easy to pack away when you're going on trips. And it even comes in its own case. So I'm just going to assemble that back together. And even though it's in 4 pieces, believe it or not, it's a very strong fishing rod. So even if I were to hook a trout that's over 5 pounds, I'd have no problem landing it. Now, this area that I'm at right now, it's too thick to fly fish. But we have fish stretches that are much more open in reservoirs where you can fly fish. So this is an 8-weight fly rod, and it's loaded with a weighted forward floating fly line of the same weight. And the nice thing about this rod, even though it's 10 feet long, it's also a 4-piece. So I won't take the whole thing apart, but there's the 2 lower sections, and that's 2 sections for the top. So for those of you that like to fish, and you travel, whether it's for business travel or you're going for a recreational trip with your family, maybe you've been intimidated of taking your long rods in a rod tube. You know what? By getting these 4-piece outfits, they come in very small tubes, or even forget the tubes if you don't want it. You can literally put it right inside your suitcase. So it's a very smart way to travel, and you can still enjoy your fishing no matter where you're going in the world.